Now, a path for abortion rights at the federal level will likely have to go through Congress, but it won't be an easy process. In an op-ed over the weekend in the New York Times, Senators Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts and Tina Smith of Minnesota called on President Biden to declare a public health emergency. For more on this, let's bring in NBC News reporter Julie Tsirkin. Julie, good morning. So in that op-ed, Warren and Smith declared that a public health emergency would help, quote, protect abortion for all Americans and also unlock critical resources to meet the demand for help for these reproductive health services. How likely is a path like that?
Yes, Savannah, good morning. In addition to Senators Warren and Smith, 20 House Democratic women also called on President Biden to do the same, to enact these executive orders that they say will assist women in states that have already enacted laws making abortions illegal or extremely restricted to access abortion clinics, perhaps for women in minority communities. I heard you talking about them in your prior interview, helping them get to abortion clinics with vouchers for travel and other ideas that the senators and these House Democratic women presented. But as President Biden's abroad, he hasn't signaled that he will do anything like this. And remember, the number one thing standing in the way of any federal action from the president is the Hyde Amendment. That's that law that prevents federal funds from being used for abortion access in many of these states, of course, that already outlawed it. Savannah?
Now, actually, a day before the Supreme Court decision, also Senator Smith had introduced a new bill to try to codify access to abortion pills. What challenges are in the way of Congress voting to approve really any measure related to abortion?
Well, simply put, it's the filibuster. It's that 60-vote threshold that we've been hearing about time and time again, especially in this 50-50 split Senate for a number of issues, including voting rights. That's something that Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema again signaled as recently as Friday when this decision came down, that they're not willing to change those rules, even for something like abortion access. Senator Smith, the day before this ruling came out, of course, calling for Congress to codify abortion pills. There's been other measures introduced, including by Senator Patty Murray, the Health Committee chair in the Senate. They want to be able to codify abortion protections for women, but until that threshold is eliminated, there's no world in which all 50 Democrats plus 10 Republicans get together to support something on a federal level. So for right now, Democrats have all this frustration that they could channel virtually into nothing other than calling voters to go to the polls.
Julie, before I let you go, I do want to switch gears here really quickly and ask you about the bipartisan gun bill that was signed into law by President Biden over the weekend. We know that the new law does several things. It includes enhancing background checks. It closes this so-called boyfriend loophole, and it also helps with funds for youth mental health services. So what's next here? Is there a path going forward to further enhance gun safety? I know this was a big step, the biggest we've seen in decades, but what's next here?
Yeah, exactly. And typically, before this decision from the Supreme Court on Roe, this is what we would have been leading every show with and talking about, because it's the first major gun reform in 30 years. And it took a lot of bipartisan compromise and cooperation from both sides to make this happen. Now, Democrats, including Senator Chris Murphy, who is the lead Democrat in these negotiations, said that this is just the first step. He assured advocates that Democrats especially are going to continue building on this progress in the coming years because, of course, mass shootings continue to happen time and time again. But this, for now, a major step that President Biden signed into law on Saturday.
All right, Julie Tsirkin, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.